Why is it that Chanukah doesn't have its own independent tractate, its own independent Masechet in Shas? We know there are so many different volumes of the Talmud. How come one isn't called the Masechet, the tractate of Chanukah? Rav Soloveitchik said, do you know why? There's something very unique about Chanukah. You see, in the middle of the tractate of Shabbat, when it talks about the lights and the wicks of the Shabbat candles, it goes into a long tangent about the holiday of Chanukah and why it is and how it come about and what are the laws that govern it. Why is that? Why is it that the laws of Chanukah are embedded in really the laws of Shabbat? You see, I believe that Shabbat and Chanukah are two independent concepts. They're in fact really diametrically opposed to one another. The idea of Shabbat is to provide light and to one's Jewish home. We're supposed to use the light of Shabbat. We're supposed to benefit from its light. In fact, we're obligated to ensure that we have light in our home Friday night. What type of meal, what type of Shabbat night would we have if there wasn't light in our home? Chanukah is drastically different. Chanukah is about lighting light in the outside world. It's about pursuing Nisa. It's about telling the world the great miracle of God and the Jewish existence. That is the beauty of Chanukah. And therefore, explained Rav Soloveitchik, if you want to be able to have an impact on the outside world, it must be embedded and grounded into your own home. If you want to be able to try and impact those that are out there, you first have to ensure that you have Shabbat, that you have a strong Jewish home, that you're fortified in Torah. And once you've done that, then you can be a successful Chanukah Jew. But Chanukah must be grounded in Shabbat. And that is why Chanukah does not have its own independent tractate. And I believe it is the mission of the Jew to provide light always on a constant basis to one's own life and one's own home, week in and week out. But then there come times, like Chanukah, we have to recognize that as a Jew, we have a responsibility to the entire world, and ensuring that the entire world is also lit up, to ensuring that in places of darkness, we light lights. But if that happens, independent of fortifying the Jewish home, independent of Shabbat, then it will not be successful. First we have Shabbat, and then we have Chanukah. And if that's the case, we add light every single night of Chanukah, trying to make the world a brighter and a better place to live in. Because that is the responsibility of a Jew. That is, as the Talmud says, Ma'alim B'Kodesh, we ascend in holiness. On behalf of the Jewish Learning Initiative in Toronto, I'd like to wish all of you, on behalf of my family, I'd like to wish the entire Jewish people and the entire world a beautiful, warm, and happy Chanukah.